this Arctic Wolf 3770 is an amazing family floor plan. Ben, my friend, please take it away.
Ian, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here. The 3770 is one of our 3 newest floor plans. When Arctic Wolf first came out, it was a combination of the Cherokee group within Forest River saying, hey, we offer a great value product. We have something that we have the ability to see where people want their couches placed or their features at. And keep it at a price point, right? So we're going to have high quality construction, lots of features at a value proposition, but we wanted to bring that to the 5th wheel market, right? So once we started building the 5th wheels, we started with the half-ton market. Once we got there, we've now expanded into a 3/4 ton market with full king-size bed slides. The 3770 is one of our most unique floor plans because it offers a full bunk room with full-size beds, not the little beds you think of for, let's say, a 10-year-old, right? But tons of functional living space, tons of sleeping space, and tons of features as well.
And a bath and a half floor plan.
Bath and a half floor plan is amazing. It's really been great. So once we start getting into that level of 5th wheel, there's higher expectations on what people are going to want, right? So one of the things that people consistently talk about is how much space and storage do I have in my kitchen, right?
Yes.
So one of the things we did is a lot of brands will have a much smaller island, right? So we expanded this out so you have a full set of drawers, plus below you're going to have a place for, say, pots and pans, or if you want to have trash can storage, things like that, right? You many times will have fridge storage, you'll have cabinet storage, but where am I going to put my silverware? Where am I going to put my pots and pans? So we added a dedicated pots and pans area down here, right? In addition to there, you've got a full bank of drawers here and here. You're going to have the 12-volt refrigerator system, which is going to be nice because your standard gas electric sometimes has a hard time getting to temperature quickly, doesn't have as much storage. So this is going to offer more storage, right? And more of that quick, cool convenience of a residential fridge. But you're going to have it in the ability to, if you want to go off-road, if you want to go dry camping, this particular unit, along with all of the Camping World Arctic Wolves, is going to have a juice pack on it. Okay. That juice pack is going to have a 50-watt panel already mounted to the roof. Okay. Including you're going to have a battery and the voltmeter and all of that included with what you're going to need to get going. Now that's only going to suffice you for, say, a limited amount of time. So we always suggest if you're going to try and go out for a week, 10 days, upgrade your panel, upgrade your batteries, things like that, so that you can truly go off-road. But if you're spending the night somewhere and you're afraid your power is going to go out, you're never going to lose that with this. So you get all the convenience of dry camping with the convenience of residential refrigeration.
I love it. I love it. And it's got good size too. I mean, that's a big fridge.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially when they're first coming into a 5th wheel, they don't realize, hey, I've got more space here. So we've got the taller slides. All of our slides are going to be 6'5" as opposed to a lot of brands that are going to be 5'10" or 5'11", right? So you're going to have taller windows. You're going to have a more open feel, even in a smaller floor plan, like some of our half tons. But in something like this, we can afford a larger fridge. You can have higher space here to work. Sometimes it feels a little cramped if you've got something working on your stove. This allows more space here.
Yeah, I like
plus
that.
we can add more cabinetry, right? So overall, when we said we wanted to add more counter space and more storage, we wanted that to include the pantry as well, right? So we added a double pantry in this model. So every one of our 5th wheels has at least a single pantry, right? But in this floor plan, you're going to have a double pantry. So this is going to be 2 sides, and it goes the whole length of the feature wall. So that, let's say that you want to go out camping, or some people are going to full-time in this, right? You need the amount of storage you're going to be able to get. So we wanted to make sure we had that along with our extra counter space and storage so that we could really be more versatile than what we've ever been.
And I think you nailed it. I mean, there is a ton of storage, especially for being a bunk model.
Right.
A lot of times because you have to give up on some of that. And you get this center island. You have a ton of space in here. You have, like you said, just massive storage. Love the pantry. And I do like how you said the feature wall, right? I like how you actually have the kind of like the barn style look going above it. Right. Just again, kind of bringing in some of that residential feel.
I would love to take credit for that, but Michelle Kay, who's our interior designer, she looks at these things and she does a great job of seeing how all of the colors and feature walls and is all going to fit together. And it's great to have a well-built product. It's great to have a great layout. But when you have her touch and her eye and it can look like this, it just sets it over the top.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And folks, I know you're loving it too. The price on the Arctic Wolf 3770, folks, for the Ultimate RV Show, you're looking at under $50,000. It's $49,995. That equates to starting at $364 a month. I mean, that's very reasonable. For what you're gonna get when we go through this, you're gonna continue to see where that value is at. And folks, you're gonna wanna text EasyRV to 32094, put EasyRV in the comments section, or call 866-853-3510 to be able to take advantage of the amazing show pricing. And Ben, again, I think you guys have absolutely killed it with the kitchen and galley area. I love this too. This is not like a stainless steel. It's almost like a gunmetal.
Yeah.
Like a little bit darker. I think that's pretty cool.
We went with the black stainless steel.
Okay.
And we went the farm sinks, right? So a lot of people are like, I have a larger pan or something like that, right? I need the space to actually clean it. Upgraded our faucet this year. And considering the situation we're in America right now, we've added hand sanitization.
I like that.
Trying to be a little bit conscious there. But yeah, the accents of the darker stainless has really been nice to set that apart.
Yeah.
We added the feature wall here on this end as well as this end because a lot of times in a camper, people don't think about how they're going to use it, right? So they may have the TV down there on that wall where you're going to be looking sideways. This allows full viewing in the kitchen and in the super lounge to where you can have extra storage. You've got the fireplace, which also doubles as an electric heater. But then you can fit your TV right here and be able to view it from the whole living room.
And I like the amount of space you have here too. I mean, you can fit a pretty good sized TV there. It's not, confined to something that's really little.
Absolutely.
Especially, if you're a little bit further over, because we'll see in a little bit, like this is a huge sofa.
Absolutely.
And so, if you get still be able to see it no matter where you're sitting.
Right. Well, in a coach this big, we also want to add the larger plate here so that you have more TVs that you can actually fit it on. So when you're screwing it in to the back of the bolt pattern there, you can get a larger TV if you want to put it in there, right? So we want to have tons of kitchen, we want to have tons of living, but really what this is a bunkhouse.
Yes.
Right? So, but it's unique because most of the time when you have a bunk, what if I've got older kids? What if I've got buddies that come with me? What if it's something like this? So in this specific floor plan, what we did...
Let's check it out.
Right? We added a full bed down below and a queen loft above.
Wow.
Okay, so you can fit 2 full-size adults here and 2 adults up there. So if you've got a large family, if you're using it as a hunting cabin in the fall, if you're going to have relatives that come with you, if it's 2 families, right? It's so versatile because you're not just crammed into a bunk. You've got a real bed. It's something that you can feel comfortable sleeping in. It's not just going to be a little flip-up space that you're trying to make work, right?
And I love that because, as the kids grow up, and they start to get a little bit older and it's might not be cool anymore to go camping with mom and dad. Now you have space that, if they want to bring a friend or if you have like family friends that want to come with you, you have sleeping space, like you said, for adults, which is fantastic.
Well, and one of the things like you're talking about, when you have older kids, can we get them back? My wife tells me all the time, you've only got 900 and some Saturdays from when they're born to when they graduate, right?
Man, that's a sad statistic to look at, but it's true, you know?
I want them to want to go camping with me. I want those memories. I want that time, right? So this allows for versatility to where if they want to come, they're going to feel like they have their space and it's not going to be just something that was an afterthought, right?
Yeah.
So in addition to having their own space, we wanted them to have their own storage, right? So tons of
Can you
storage.
open that up
Absolutely.
For me? Oh yeah, look at that.
Right?
Oh,
so
that's nice and big.
It's a large cavity that goes out the whole way, so there's nothing that's going to impede that, right? So you can actually have enough storage for, well, as many as it can sleep, right? Then in addition to that, you're going to add another bathroom for them. Now this is going to be a half bath, so it's not going to be a full bath, but you're going to get the toilet, you're going to get the sink, you're going to get the vanity, right? You're going to have the fantastic fan already installed here with the second entry. So this is beautiful because it kind of gives them their own bathroom, in addition to the fact that when you're outside and you're around your campfire and you're eating or whatever you want to do, you don't have to trek through the whole coach. You can come right here without having to go all the way back up, right? So having a half bath down here has been huge for us, but I think we'll go back out in the living room and see where that goes.
Now, Ben, one of the things I'm seeing too is it looks like you have electrical outlets and USB ports by both the beds.
Yep.
So that way you can plug in whatever you need to. If it's a tablet, cell phone, whatever it may be, you're just able to plug that in and go.
Well, I mean, technology is a part of our lifestyle, right?
Yeah, right.
So you want to go camping, you want to get away from that, but to a degree, we've got to be tied to certain things. So we wanted to add USB ports and outlets everywhere we could, right? In addition, a lot of times people are saying, great, Ben, you've given me all the sleeping space, right? That's great that you've given me all the storage. What if I have all these people and I want to seat them, right? So that's where our super lounge comes in.
This thing is awesome.
So what this does is it allows comfortable seating, and 4 of these will recline. Okay, so you can get full wall sit recliners with 4 stations of that and a whole wall of seating with cup holders and storage in a coach like this. Now this does come with 2 fold-away tables. Okay.
Okay.
So if you would like to use this as your dining, I know a lot of people go outside and go to the picnic tables and do these things, right? But if you would like to dine inside, it's fully ready for that. And then they fold up and can be put away. But if you want to have just the seating, if you want to have the extra space, sometimes the family's just eating on paper plates and sandwiches. You don't need a whole table setup, right? That's the convenience and versatility of something like this.
Wow. And to think that for the show right now, you can get all this for $364 a month. I mean, that's incredible, guys. Just text EasyRV to 32094, call 866-853-3510, or put Easy RV in the comments. This is a super unique floor plan. Again, a bath and a half. You get the huge bunk. And Ben, I love this. Now, you mentioned earlier, correct me if I'm wrong, you said that Michelle K was the interior designer, correct?
That's right. So this, you see her name on the front of our furniture because, again, she's so involved. I think that when you have people that are that invested in what they do, you can get a great turnout of a product like this, right? So this furniture is actually very comfortable, very nice looking, and she's got her name on it because she's the one who partners with them to do all this, right? In addition to things like the zebra shades. Okay, so this
why don't you walk me through these? These are kind of cool.
So zebra shades are amazing because a lot of times you want to have a little versatility with your light. Sometimes you might want to have it blacked out. Sometimes you might want to have a little bit of light. Sometimes you want to let all the light in, right? So this allows you the ability to kind of control the light and have blackout without having to just pull it all the way down and shut yourself off from the outside world, right? So when you go with a 6.5 slide that gives you bigger windows, and then you get the zebra shades that can cover it up to give you the privacy you want. Let's say you're watching a movie with your family, but sometimes you want a little light. The zebra shades have been a great new addition. Plus, they look nice.
They look very good. I mean, again, it kind of helps tie everything in, and those are cool. That's a neat feature. Thanks, it looks like you have windows on the side of the slide here as well.
Right, and something new for this year, a lot of brands have gone with the traditional look, which is hard valances or curtains, something like that.
Yep.
What we've done this year, right, is we've actually gone framing like in your house.
So much cleaner.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
So that way you're gonna have more of a this is how my house would look feel, right? As opposed to your RV traditional curtains or hard valances, things like that.
Now, it looks like you have some features on the cup holder here as well, Ben. What do we got there?
So on these edges, you're going to have heat and you're going to have massage. This is the lights.
Okay.
So you'll see blue accent lighting, which actually makes a great night light, right?
Oh, yeah, I bet.
So you want to not wake the kids, but you want to have the ability to get up and go to the bathroom and do what you need to do. It's great for that, but then you're going to also have heat and massage on both the ends where the controls are.
Yeah, very cool. Now, talk to me a little bit about kind of on the ceiling. So we have a ceiling fan, which I like, help the air move a little bit. Beautiful light fixture over here. And what am I seeing over there? Is that a speaker that we have?
Yeah, so on all of the Arctic Wolves this year, we've integrated a subwoofer into the sound system, right? Because a lot of times it sounds tinny or it sounds not as realistic. So I've got this great camper. You know, I want to watch the game, I want to watch a movie, but it feels like I'm not getting the experience I would like to at my house, right?
Yep.
So we're going to upgrade the sound system. We're going to add a subwoofer to get some bass. You did mention the ceiling fan. We have added that on every single floor plan.
Okay.
So a lot of people are going to find places that maybe they could save money. We're trying to add every feature we can so that there's nothing that when you're coming to buy a camper, you're going to be like, oh, I wish I'd gotten that, right? So ceiling fan, you're going to have two 15,000 BTU airs that are fully ducted and fully thermostatically controlled. So if you want to be cooler in your bedroom than back here, you can do that. And you're not going to have to work hard to keep it cool even when it's hot outside.
And again, to think all that for $364 a month is where it's starting at. You're able to pack all those features in there. Ben, you guys are doing an awesome job on the Arctic Wolf. Folks, if you're interested, text EasyRV to 32094, call 866-853-3510, or put Easy RV in the comments section. Then why don't you take me up into the bedroom here in the bathroom, because I mean, you know, we have a lot of space back here, but we have a lot up here too.
Right. So you're going to have a full bathroom up here in addition to the half bath, right?
I'm gonna sneak in here a second.
Sneak on in there. You're going to have the residential porcelain toilet. You're going to have the larger entry shower door. You're going to have medicine cabinet, everything that you could possibly want in there, right?
And I have good space too. I mean, you know, I'm 6 foot tall. You know, you can see I can sit on the toilet here, and I'm not crammed at all. I have plenty of leg room. This porcelain bowl, nice and easy to keep clean.
Absolutely.
How about the shower? Let's take a step in here to get. Yep, perfect. Not a problem at all. I have a ton of headspace there.
So you're gonna have nice clearance. You're gonna have another fantastic fan up here in addition to the one down there, so you can get air circulation when you need it. But we wanted to make sure that typically the parents are sleeping up here, right?
Yep.
So we wanted the full bath up here, give them access, right? Now, when they're sleeping, a lot of times the bedroom becomes an afterthought, right?
Yes.
A lot of times, oh, we've got a great living room, we've got a great bunk room, but mom and dad say, I'm buying the camper. What about us?
Right. What do I get?
I'm trying to sleep too. If I'm cranky, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right?
That's right.
So with Arctic Wolf Suite Series, what you're getting is a residential king bed standard, okay? Wow. Because most brands will have a queen bed standard, but when you expand it out to the king, you lose space on the sides and you're trying to crawl in and out of the foot of the bed.
Yes.
So we made a massive bedroom that's designed for a king bed to where you can get out the sides. In addition, when you have this, a lot of times people may have a shelf in the corner or something here that's supposed to be for your cell phone. If you've got a CPAP machine,
Yep.
if you've got a tablet, if you've got anything of that, it's just almost virtually useless to have that little shelf.
Yes.
So what we did was this: we added shelving here and on that side in the second closet that most brands don't give you.
Wow.
With outlets on both sides, because again, while we're trying to get away, we're trying to camp, technology is a part of our lives today, and we've got to be able to meet people where they want to live, and technology is going to be a part of that, right? So when you have all these accessories, now that is also going to double. If you want to do washer and dryer, you can do that. So your washer and dryer prep is all right there, and it is stackable washer and dryer, so you don't have to do it all in one. Exactly. So when we're considering, okay, people are going to be living in this, we want to consider the kids with the larger bunks, we want to consider the family with storage and seating and living, but we also don't want to forget about mom and dad up here. We're really trying to say, if this is what we want to have as a brand, if we want to have something that people can walk in and say it's going to meet mom's needs, dad's needs, kids' needs, and you can keep it at a price point that's going to be palatable, then we should be able to win, right? So that was the main focus on that.
I love it. And a couple of things, kind of to your point. So I like actually that you removed the shelves above the bed. I've had so many people that complain that they're just in the way. You roll, you hit them with your elbow, you hit them with your head, and now they're gone. I like the fact you have windows on the side of the slide that open, so you can have some, cross ventilation if you don't want to turn on the AC at night. In the storage, talk to me about the storage here. Can we open this one up and see?
Absolutely. So you're going to have a full wall length storage with hanging storage here, and then you're going to have shelving on each side, because not everybody's bringing hanging shirts or dresses or things like that. I'm going to have jeans. I'm going to have socks.
Sweatshirt.
Right, sweatshirt, things like that. So we are going to have larger drawers. Sometimes the drawers are a little smaller, so this is going to be a full depth drawer here.
Okay.
You're also going to have extra cabinet here, just where we could put it. Shoe storage down below.
I like that.
Right, okay, so a place to put. We also added the same storage at the entrance, so that if you want to take off muddy shoes, or if you want to take off something that got wet and you don't want to track it through the house, that's there, right?
Yep.
But if you want to have your other shoes that maybe didn't get out in the elements, or if you want to have slippers.
Slippers, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Right? So we have hanging storage, you're going to have shelving storage, because again, a lot of times you just have a straight across bar. I'm not hanging up everything. I'm going to have multiple things I'm bringing, so we just want to fit that need, right?
Perfect.
So.
And then speaking of storage, so this, again, that's something that I don't really see very often. That's a huge storage space over there that you guys have added. And again, I want to reiterate the importance, at least for me, that you can put a stackable unit in there. Like people don't, if they haven't been out RVing, or they're new to the RV industry, they think, I want a washer and dryer, and they get a stackable unit, and then they get upset when it takes 3.5 to 4 hours to wash a load of laundry.
Absolutely. Well, the thing about the stackable units is, well, let me just say this. First off, the majority of our customers don't end up with the washer and dryer, okay?
Yep.
That's why we wanted to make that a versatile space.
Absolutely.
But for the people who do, when you have an all-in-one unit, it does both, but neither one well. And it takes forever to do that, right? So we wanted to say I can have a load drying while a load is washing, and have the vision of laundry in the unit that's going to be there. So when you're coming up with the idea of I want to live in a unit, I want to have laundry.
Yep.
The all-in-one gives you laundry, but it's not the vision that you have when you're camping. It's not what you want to, the experience you want to have. So we want to make sure that we have that available to you.
Awesome. TV hookup here as well?
TV hookup here as well. So you're going to have TV hookup here in the living room, in the bunk room, and outside.
Wonderful. Well, speaking of outside, Ben, you want to take a look out there? I'll let you head on through.
Absolutely.
And folks, again, text EasyRV to 32094. Put EasyRV in the comments section, and you can get yourself an Arctic Wolf 3770. So speaking of that, real quick, I just want to hit on this. So tell me, Ben, when we're talking, about ordering RVs, right? Because I'm telling people, this is the show, this is the time to do it. Not only do we have great pricing, but everyone I've talked to, and I'm sure you're no different, the industry is extremely busy, and everyone is just backlogged.
Right.
So it is taking months to get some of this inventory. So if I'm a customer and I'm starting to, looking to get into RVing, I love this, and I'm like, yes, I want it. It seems like now is the time to get it, because if you don't, you may be out, because people that put their name on it are going to get it before the dealer stock.
Well, let's be realistic. Camping over the past several years has grown in popularity. We've seen it growing and growing and growing over the past, say, 10 years, and it didn't seem like it was going to stop. Well, with everything that's happened in 2020, it's become even more relevant, because people are now saying, well, I want to go out and enjoy the outdoors. I have this opportunity, right? So everybody's selling, and when people are buying like that, we're running into shortages from our vendors. So not only are we trying to get product to you, we're having trouble getting it from the people that we're buying to assemble them, right?
Yeah.
So when you want a product and you want to be able to go enjoy it, it's now's the time. And I think that a lot of times sounds like salesman speak, right? You got to buy now. But I've never seen it like this, where genuinely, if you have a unit you love and you don't make that commitment and that jump, it could be next spring, it could be next summer before you're actually going to get it.
Exactly, and that's why I bring it up, because and thank you for reiterating that, because I don't want to seem like, you know, the pushy salesman type's like, hey, you got to get it now, you got to get it now.
Right.
Because I'm honestly telling you, if you don't,
yeah,
you're just not going to.
Right, 100%. And so the Arctic Wolf has, you know, we're very thankful that the response we've gotten has been so good, because we've, in a very short amount of time, become the #1 selling fifth wheel at Forest River, one of the top selling ones in the industry. So we're just trying to round out that now with the Suite Series, which means we've got to try and offer something we weren't before. So things like the larger outside camp kitchen on this model.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. Tell me about this, because this is something, you know, instantly I come outside and I'm like, wow, that's impressive.
Right. So a lot of times you may see a little tiny fridge, or you may see, you know, something that's slightly taller, but that's really all you're getting, right? So if you're wanting to genuinely store stuff outside, if you want to cook outside, this is going to offer you for fridge and freezer. So if we open this up, you're going to see the right side is fridge and the left side is freezer. So you can have all the things you want outside. You don't have to trek through the house, right? Plus, you're going to have outside storage in the cabinet. This is going to allow for a drawer. Some people put their grilling tongs, things like that. If you have a cook stove that you want to store in this facility, you can.
Okay.
It's going to be metal countertop, not the Formica
that.
board, so it's easier to clean, it's easier to maintain. And it's going to be at the right height. Sometimes you get this stuff and it feels like, if I'm, you know, unless I'm 7 foot tall, there's no way I'm going to be able to functionally use this. How's a kid going to wash his hands when it's something like this? But it's nice and counter height, like you would expect at your house. You're also going to have the LP Quick Connect right here. Okay, so if you want to hook up a grill, things like that, you can option that on if you want, or if you have, a lot of people have their own, if they want to just have it right there, you can do that. But functionally outside, if you're going to be out here, you want to have some shade.
Yes.
So a lot of times you have limited awning space. So every place we can, we're going to add more. So on this specific unit, you're not only going to have one here, you're also going to have one here. So this one has over 20 feet of awning space.
Holy smokes.
You know, across the whole front of the camper. And it's going to be in places where it's functional. It's not going to be just over the slide, right? We're going to go front and back. You're also going to notice that we're going to put the more ride steps, our upgraded step system, front and back.
And that's, again, that's impressive, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people, they'll put it on one, you know, the primary entrance, but not the secondary. And I like that you put it on both.
Well, we have 2-inch thick aluminum framed walls on everything vertical, right?
Okay.
We're going to have tongue groove plywood across our floors, right? 12-inch on center floor joists. We're going to have features like tire pressure monitors and more ride steps. So we want to be able to say, when you say, I'm concerned about construction, I'm concerned about usability, I'm concerned about features, that wherever your main concern is, that we can meet that need, right? So more awning space, dual entry with the nicer steps has been something. Also, with this specific model, there's 2 things that we can do. One is you can add a second entry handle on these, on both. So if you have someone with hip problems, knee problems, has a hard time going up and downstairs, we can add a second handle here as well as here.
Oh, very
also,
cool. I did not
we
know
have
that.
some people who have permanent sites, right? So on this model specifically, when we open this up, these are hinged here, and there are pull pins, so you can actually take these stairs off completely. So if they have a deck that they have already in place that they want to be able to use, these stairs are great, but they don't offer the versatility of someone who has a permanent site. This can be taken off without putting holes in your floor or disassembling the whole thing. You can just pull 2 pins and you're done.
That is actually really cool, because that has been one of my biggest hang-ups. I love the more solid steps, like the solid step, the more ride system. But that's the thing, is if you ever want to remove it because of a permanent site, you have the holes in the floor. So that, for me, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that is a thing.
I appreciate that. So you're going to have the friction hinge drawers, which are going to allow you to, even in high winds, not slam, right?
Yep.
In addition to the larger step pads, so you're going to be able to say, if there's rain or something out, you're not going to have to worry about being slippery. You're going to have tire pressure monitors on the stems.
It's a cool feature.
So that you can make sure, the biggest cause of blowout is improperly inflated tires, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's be concerned about that and take something else that most people aren't doing. But then in storage inside, we also want to go storage outside, right? So a lot of times you have one bay of storage on a fifth wheel. We went 2, and we opened up this whole space so that this whole area can be used for functional storage.
Wow. Yeah, that is huge storage. And is that, is that auto level down below?
Absolutely. So we have the Level Up Ground Control 3.0 from Lippert. Okay, so not only is it going to do a smooth, easy setup, because when you're at the campsite and you're rolling in you've just got everything out and you had a hard time getting there, you don't want to spend hours trying to set up. So it's an easy setup. There's controls inside and outside, whichever you prefer. We call it tri-control because you can also use your phone with the One Connect, right?
Cool.
So you're going to be able to one-touch auto level or stabilize if you want. Now, a lot of the leveling systems out there don't offer the stabilization, so you feel the coach shake when you're in there. This is going to offer a lot more stabilization in addition to leveling. So once you're set up, you're not going to have to worry about the shake.
That is phenomenal. Folks, you heard it. This is the Arctic Wolf 3770. Awesome floor plan, great features.